Oyez, oyez, oyez. All persons having business before the Honorable, the Supreme Court of the United States, for the court is now sitting.
Last December, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, one of the minority left-leaning judges, issued a warning from the bench that a decision to overturn Roe v. Wade would threaten the integrity of America's highest court.
Will this institution survive the stench that this creates, that the Constitution and its reading are just political acts?
There's no question the leaked draft judgment penned by Justice Alito and circulated to his colleagues is provocatively political, claiming that Roe was egregiously wrong from the start and must be overruled.
I was not surprised by the result, but I am surprised by the vehemence of the opinion. It's very broad, very filled with the rhetoric of the anti-abortion movement.
This has sweeping implications well beyond abortion that Americans don't understand. And Justice Alito, in the draft opinion, in his very first sentence, called this a moral issue. That signals that this court is fighting the culture wars, not fighting the legal wars.
The vehemence of Alito's draft and its charged rhetoric has redrawn those culture war battle lines.
He has said so much that I, in my involvement for 35 years in the movement, wanted to hear somebody say, and that is Roe versus Wade was wrongly decided.
Chief Justice Roberts was at pains to say the draft text is not final and could change, but a leak of this magnitude is extremely rare, and its audacity has everyone speculating on motive.
Who had the motive to leak this draft? Is it a leaker from the left, from a clerk for one of the more progressive Supreme Court justices who saw that the 5 votes were there to overturn abortion protections and wanted to, raise political hell as quickly as possible?
If this version holds, the Conservative majority will overturn almost 50 years of legal precedent set by the Roe v. Wade decision, which guaranteed a woman's right to an abortion.
It's a law that's significant because it bans forced pregnancies. It says government can't force someone to carry a pregnancy to term against their will.
In some ways, that's the brilliance of Roe. It says that if we can't agree, if there's no consensus on this question, then we leave it to individuals.
Confirm Amy Barrett! The pending decision would represent a huge victory for conservative Republicans, whose pact with Donald Trump could deliver their biggest prize, extinguishing the right to abortion.
I have argued 2 abortion cases in the U.S. Supreme Court.
Lawyer Catherine Colbert, who nearly 30 years ago convinced a conservative Supreme Court to reinforce the Roe decision, says today's conservative judges are far more ideological.
Today, the hallmark of the Republican Party, in my view, is cruelty in many respects. Saying to women, you believe you ought to have children, even if you don't want them, because we think that's what's best for you.
Justice Alito's draft argues that since the word abortion doesn't appear in the Constitution, it shouldn't be protected by it, and the issue should be sent back to the states. Once the decision is final, 26 of those states now seem likely to ban abortion completely.
We have a law that within just a matter of weeks will begin protecting unborn babies from what we consider to be the tragedy of abortion.
We're going to see abortion banned from the east coast of the United States all the way west to Texas, from the northern Canadian border all the way south to the Mexican border, and abortion will be limited to coastal areas or a few liberal states.
The court's anti-abortion stance, so clearly backed by the Republican Party, will now be a political rallying cry for the Democrats in the upcoming midterm elections.
We know that history is on our side, and we know the politics is on our side. And you can be sure in 2022, this is going to be an issue all across the country.
Democrats can easily be too optimistic that this is going to improve their fortunes politically. The abortion issue actually cuts both ways. A lot of socially conservative Hispanic voters are not supportive of abortion rights, and they're moving already in the Republican direction.
The final decision is expected shortly. If it follows the arguments laid out in this extraordinary leaked draft, the stench of politics, as Justice Sotomayor predicted, will cling to the Supreme Court, and calls for its reformation will surely grow stronger.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.